Good morning. Welcome to Dumbbells 202. I am Coach Nicole. I am an assistant women's basketball coach at Indiana University Southeast, and we're glad to have you this morning as we get our workout in. So this is our second part of our kind of introductory dumbbell movements and exercises series. We're going to go through 2 movements today that will be incorporated in our workout that we'll do at the latter part of our session. But we'd always like to start with a warm-up to make sure that our bodies are ready to go. So our warm-up today, we're going to do 3 rounds. We're going to do 6 burpees, 9 squats, and 12 arm circles. With our arm circles, we're going to go 6 forward and then 6 backwards. I'll walk you through all of that. All right. So first things first, get yourself some space. So we're going to start with our burpees first. So our burpees are all the way down and all the way up. Let's do 6. Good. Now 9 squats, feet about shoulder width apart. We're just warming it up. Good. Now arm circles. 6 forward, small circles. 6 backwards. Good. Back to burpees. Nine squats. Twelve arm circles, 6 forward, 6 back. A little bit bigger now. Good. One more round. Nine squats. Good. Big arm circles this time. 6 backwards. Good. Let's take it down. Big lunge. Let's put our weight on our front foot. Stretch out that back quad. Sit our shoulders back. And other side. Switch. And other side. Good. We're going to have some hamstring work today, so we're going to warm up our hamstrings a little bit. So we're going to bring our front foot right by our back knee. Toes are planted on the ground. Hands are down, so almost like a runner's stance. We're going to slowly lift up as high as you can. Feel that stretch in that hamstring. Come back down. Let's do 4 more. Nice and slow. Good, same thing, other side. Front heel, right by our back knee. Hands down, toes are planted. Slowly, let's bring our hips up. Feel that stretch in that hamstring and come back down. Let's do 5 total, 4 more. Good. One more time each side, 5 and 5. Nice and slow. And switch. Good, and stand it up. Gonna take our feet out a little bit wider. We're gonna stretch behind, stand up, in the middle, stand up, and out in front, and stand up. Let's do that 10 times total, 9 more. Back, middle, front. That's 2, all the way up to 10. That's 5, halfway. Eight, 2 more. Last 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. So our hamstrings should be nice and warm. Let's get 20 jumping jacks in to finish it up. Good. So we should be feeling nice and warm and ready to go. So our 2 exercises that we are going to learn about today are our deadlift and our triceps extension. So if you've got detergent, if you have a dumbbell, even if you have a textbook, any of those are going to work. I'll show you how to properly do this movement with all those 3 options. So for our deadlift is going to working on our hamstrings, which is the back of our legs, and then also our lower back. It's important to have good posture when doing this. Lower back strength is super important, especially when we're talking about taking care of our whole core, not just our abs, but also making sure our back, specifically our lower back, is nice and strong. So this is a great movement to help you strengthen up those areas. So we're going to start with the detergent. You're just gonna hold on to it with 2 hands. From the profile view, my hips are going to go back. I'm going to keep a slight bend in my knee, so you don't want your legs locked out. You want to keep a slight bend. So hips push back, slight bend in our knee. My back is straight. I'm going to go down as far as I can. I feel that load in my hamstrings. Then I'm going to push my hips forward and finish out the movement. So hips are back. Try not to squat. You don't want to bend down. It's just hips back. Drop down as low as you can. Keep that upper back straight and stand up. If you can touch down to the ground, that's great. If not, don't force it. Go down as far as you can. Feel that load in your hamstrings, and then push those glutes and push forward. So that's if you're using detergent. If they're using a textbook, it's the same concept. Hold it about halfway down, hips back. Keep the book close. You don't want to get out too far in front of you. So nice and a straight movement. Go down as low as you can. Push those hips forward and stand up. Again, hips are back, down as far as you can, and then stand back up. So if you've got a textbook, if you have a dumbbell, it's the same thing. We're gonna hold the head of the dumbbell, hips are back, go down as far as you can, and push those hips back forward. Hips back, my back is straight, drop down and come up. So you're really gonna feel this movement. After a lot of reps, you're gonna feel it in your lower back, but you're definitely gonna feel it throughout your hamstrings. And then as you're coming forward, squeeze those glutes in. So it's also a great glute exercise for you to help you not only hit your hamstrings, your lower back, but also your glutes on your way back up. So it's really helping your posterior chain. So those are your three options with your deadlifts. If you've got detergent, a textbook, or a dumbbell, any of those are going to work. So for our triceps extension, we've got a couple different ways that you can do this. So we're going to start with the dumbbell on this one. So we are going to do a behind the head tricep extension if you have a heavier dumbbell. I'll show you some different options if you've got some lighter weights, but we're going to start with the dumbbell. So you're going to hold it underneath with both hands. So you've got your thumb this way and this way. So you basically will have the head of the dumbbell in between that little gap. Our elbows are going to be nice and high and tight. We're going to come down behind our head and extend and press up. So I've got the dumbbell behind my head. My elbows are in nice and tight. I'm just going to push my hand straight up, come nice and down under control, and push straight up. So with this movement, we're really hitting our triceps or that bottom or back part of our arms there. So again, that's our tricep extension. You can also do it with a textbook. Same thing, grabbing it with two hands. Elbows are nice and tight. Come down under control. Keep those elbows tight and extend up. Again, down nice and slow and under control. Elbows tight and extend up. So those are the ways to do it from an overhead position. Another option would be, if you want to grab a chair really quick, I'll grab this one. So again, if you have a lighter dumbbell, if you're using detergent, it may be a little bit clumsy or awkward to have the weight behind you. So your other option would be to do another tricep extension. So the same way how we worked on our row on Tuesday, elbow is up, nice and high. You're going to keep your elbow in place. You really want to focus on hitting that tricep area. So elbow stays nice and tight. Extend back and then come back in. Extend back and come back in. So there's really very little movement. My shoulders aren't moving. My elbow's not moving. It's just simply an extension and coming back in. One more time. Elbow is up nice and high. My elbow stays put. It's pinched to my side. I extend back, come back in, extend back, and come back in. So those are our different options when it comes to our tricep extension. We're going to run through all those one more time, and then we're actually going to do both of these in our workout. So I don't want you to get super fatigued. I just want you to make sure that you're comfortable with those movements before we do them in our workout today. So a deadlift once again. First with the dumbbell, holding at the head of the dumbbell, hips go back, back is straight, and then I stand up. Hips go back, knees are bent, my back is straight, and then I stand up. With the textbook, hold it about halfway down, hips back, drop as low as you can, and stand up. Hips back, drop as low as you can, and then stand up. And lastly, with our detergent, same thing. Hips back, drop down, stand up. Hips back, drop down, and stand up. So those are our deadlift variations. Our tricep extension. First with the dumbbell. Elbows are in nice and tight. Extend up, come back down, extend up, come back down, extend up. With our textbook, elbows are in nice and tight. Extend, back down, extend, back down. Or with our detergent, keep your chair close by. Opposite hand on the chair, elbow is up, extend back and back in. Same thing on your other side. Hand down, elbow up, extend back and back in, extend back and back in. So those are our different variations or options when it comes to our deadlift and our tricep extension. So let's look at our workout for today. So we're going to do 5 tricep extensions. If you're doing the single arm, I would suggest do 5 each side. If you're doing where you've got your elbows pinched and you're extending, just do 5 of them. Otherwise, if you're doing single arm, 5 each arm. 10 V-ups, I'll show you those. So again, focusing on good core strength. We're working on our abs. So our deadlifts are gonna hit that lower back, that posterior chain. We're gonna hit our core with our V-ups. So you have a couple options. You can extend all the way up. Feet and hands come up at the same time. Feet and hands come up at the same time. That's your V-up. If that one's a little bit too difficult, then scale back to a tuck up. You're not going all the way back, but from right here, feet can be down. Lift your knees up to your chest, come back down. Knees up to your chest, come back down. That's too difficult, scale it back to a crunch. I'm not gonna sit all the way up. So lying down, hands on our chest, shoulders up and down, shoulders up and down. So we're not trying to wiggle our way and sit up. We're just trying to crunch, contract those ab muscles, and then release. So again, V-ups are our first option. Feet up, hands up. That's a V-up. Your tuck up is right back, lean back, knees in, lean back, knees in, lean back, knees in. Or a crunch, hands on our shoulders, just lifting our shoulders up, contracting those abdominals. So those are our V-ups. Our deadlifts we just worked on. You're gonna do 15 of them. Keep good posture. Try not to round that back. Keep those shoulders and your shoulder blades pinched back. We're coming down, hips back. And then lunges, hands on our hips. Big lunge forward, 20 total. So each step counts as 1. So for me, this would be 3, 4, up to 20. If lunges are too difficult, scale it back, squat to a chair, or just a regular air squat, either one of those. So go ahead and figure out your scales, grab yourself something to drink, decide what you want to use for your deadlifts and your tricep extensions, and then we'll get started in about 2 more minutes at 10:21. So go ahead and get yourself settled, get a drink, and we'll get started. All right, so we're going 20 minutes. You'll do your 5, 10, 15, 20. Go back to your 5 tricep extensions. Keep moving. The V-ups are gonna wear you out, so make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath when you're working out. You want to try to control your breathing. Lunges, they're gonna raise your heart rate a little bit, but you go back to the 5 tricep extensions. That should give you a little bit of breathing room. What? 5 tricep extensions or 5 each arm, 10 V-ups, tuck-ups, or crunches, 15 deadlifts, 20 total lunges, back to the 5 tricep extensions. 20 minutes, keep moving, and let's go.
She got the brown eyes, caramel thighs, don't get away. I saw you looking from across the way, and now I really wanna know your name. She got the white dress when she's wearing less, man, you know that she drives me crazy. The brown eyes, beautiful smile, you know I love what you do the young thing. I love her hips, curves, lips say the words. See, I'm a mommy, I kiss her. This love is like a dream. So join me in this bed that I'm in. Push up on me and sweat, darling. So I'm gonna put time in. I won't stop until the angels sing. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me.
Give me signs that you really want to know my name. Hey. So you looking from across the way, and suddenly I'm glad I came. Quiero bailar, toma mi mano. Quiero sentirte por mí, estás temblando. Really nice, taking your time, never know whenever be the same. I know is this because he says the words. Damn, mommy, don't wait. This love is like a dream.
So join me in this bed that I'm in. Push up on me and sweat, darling. So I'm gonna put my time in. I won't stop until the angels sing. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Flawless, diamonds, evergreen filament from the sirens up until the sun's rising. We won't stop until the angels sing. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me.
You never live till you risk your life. You wanna shine, you gotta get more eyes. Am I your lover or I'm just your wife? A little busy, but I'm just so tired. The lips and the curves, and the whips and the birds, and the diamonds on the bird. And my cousin isn't hers. Hey, you want the little mamacita margarita? I think the egg got a little jungle fever. Hey, you gon' hold that sunburst, legs on the tongue out, Michael Jordan. Go explore it, stop for it. Bust it up a bit for it. Yeah, cause she like a mini, rub me like a genie. Pull up to my spot, a Lamborghini. Cause you gotta see me, never leave me. You got a girl that can find you through it all. Drop an album, drop a baby, but I never drop it.
Push up on me and sweat, darling. So I'm gonna put time in. I won't stop until the angels sing. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Come south of the border. Oh, come south of the border with me. Come south of the border. Oh, come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me. Jump in that water, be free. Come south of the border with me.
Look at me. Look at me.
Halfway. Keep pushing.
Look at me. Look at me.
Ain't gonna fall back. You're gonna be my tonight. You ready? If I left, that ain't awesome. So you know your friends and they know yours. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. If I left, that ain't awesome. So you know your friends and they know yours. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. If I left, that ain't awesome. So you know your friends and they know yours. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind. If I left, that ain't awesome. So you know your friends and they know yours. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind. Alright, I ain't gonna stop right now. Alright, alright, you wanna see my tonight, you ready? If I left, that ain't awesome. So they tell your friends and they know your friends. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. If I left, that ain't awesome. So they tell your friends and they know your friends. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. If I left, that ain't awesome. So they tell your friends and they know your friends. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind. If I left, that ain't awesome. So they tell your friends and they know your friends. Baby, never mind, never mind, never mind.
Under 5 minutes, finish strong. See if we get one more round in 3 minutes. Every time it gets too real, every time I feel like sabotage, 90 seconds. And every time I push away, I really wanna say that I'm sorry, but I say none. I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna let you till the sun comes. I wanna let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I'm trying. I wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Say that what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Oh, I wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Seconds, keep pushing. 10 seconds. Time. Grab yourself a drink, and then we're gonna stretch it out before we call it a day. Great work. If you've got a mat, go ahead and grab it. We're gonna stretch out those hamstrings. I know they're nice and tight. So one leg straight, the other leg is bent. 2 hands, reach down and grab. Try to keep that leg flat on the floor. Bring your leg over the top. Opposite elbow on the opposite knee. Twist, stretch out that back. Good, switch, other leg down, other leg bent, 2 hands, grab those toes. Good, bring your leg over the top, opposite knee to opposite elbow, knee, elbow, and open up, stretch that back. Good, butterfly, hands on your ankles, elbows push down on those knees, open up that groin. Sit it up nice and tall, and back down. Good, lying on your back. Go ahead and hug those knees in. Drape them over to your left side. Try to keep your back flat on the ground. And switch other side. Keep that back flat. And flip it over. Stretch out those abs. Back down. And back up. Big deep inhale. And exhale. Sit it back. Sitting up. Stretch out those triceps. So bring your hand down to your back. Use your other hand. Pull that elbow up nice and high. Stretch out that tricep. Same thing on the other side. Arm nice and high, down to your back. Grab your hand, pull that elbow up, drop that hand down. All right, awesome. Well, I hope you're feeling good. I definitely got a good workout and a good sweat going. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Try to go for a walk to enjoy it. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy. Go Grenadiers. Have a good one.